Hello everybody, welcome to Resin. So today we are going to be trying this mold that came from Temu. Okay, and for them I buy a lot from that site, and I don't know how familiar you are with it, but this particular mold was probably one of their more expensive molds. I think it was around $10 or so, and but it had pretty high reviews, so I wanted to give it a try. So what we're going to do is this is going to be the base of our project here. Okay, so I've mixed up 8 ounces of resin, and I am going to be mixing up some black. I don't know how much this is going to take. I'm going to guess maybe about, maybe about 5 ounces or so. It's kind of hard to say. But I've got a cup here that I've mixed up black before, so I'm going to go ahead and just reuse this cup. Let's see here. I don't know. Gosh, I think it's going to take more than what I'm thinking. It's hard to say with all of these little grooves and things inside. Don't know. Could fill up fast or it may not. But I don't want to end up with a bunch of black, so I'm going to start with the 5 ounces, okay? So I am going to be using my black India ink. This one comes from Handy Art. And I want this really black, really opaque and black. And I am using Jade Diction for my resin. I am on, like, well, I don't know, day 2 or 3 of trying this new resin, and new to me anyway. I know it's been around a while, and I know a lot of people really love it. I've had several people recommend me trying this and messaging me and asking me to try it. And I gotta tell you that I'm kind of, so far, even though I've only tried a few projects, I'm kind of thinking, gosh, what took me so long? Because so far I love this resin. So everybody that's recommended it to me, I want to just say thank you, that I'm really enjoying using this. And I plan to give it a good couple of months and, you know, give it a really fair shot. And yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so got that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray some alcohol into our mold. I am going to want to move this mold. I'm not going to want to leave it here, and because it's kind of on a, I wouldn't say flimsy, but it's not an overly sturdy mold, you know, it's not a hard backed mold, so I want it to stay level when I move it. So I'm going to give a quick spray in my resin here. And then I'm just going to kind of slowly pour. And I'm going to cover this entire mold, hopefully. Okay, so that 5 ounces, I will say, was exactly enough. So if you buy this mold, just remember that there was 5 ounces here. I'm going to give it a good spray and probably do that a couple of times, okay? So I'm going to move this over to my curing rack, and then I will just continue to check on it and make sure that I am getting the bubbles. Okay, I'll move it over and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so our base is sitting over on the curing rack to cure, and now we are going to start with the puzzle pieces. And this mold is actually pretty sturdy. It's not a super flimsy mold. It's pretty sturdy. So what I've got is, we did 5 ounces of the other, and now I've got 3 ounces made up. That's left over. And I would like to have my puzzle pieces be translucent, okay? So I was going to try to do this all one color, but I don't think that's going to work because I've only got 3 ounces, and if Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do about 3 ounces at a time. So one of the colors I'm going to use, let's see here, I'm going to look for my yellow. One of the colors I'm going to use is lemon yellow. This is not alcohol ink, it's just regular ink. And I'm going to give it quite a few squirts in there. And we're going to just mix this up. But I'm just going to go ahead and let this sit and let some of those bubbles rise up. And while that's doing that, I'm going to actually make up some more resin here. Okay, so now I'm going to check over here on our yellow, see how it's doing. Got a few bubbles in there, just a bit. They're about gone. But, okay, so now I'm going to take a couple of my cut off water bottles here, and I'm going to divide this resin up. Let's see. This may be too much resin as well, but we will see. Okay, I'm going to save just a bit back, 2 ounces. And I'm going to do, see, we did a yellow, and now I'm going to use a purple. This is just a purple ink or dye pigment, basically. It's not alcohol ink, okay? Let's spray my resin real quick. Put quite a few drops of purple in there. So I'm going to stir this. Looking very pretty. I want to keep a close eye on my yellow because I don't want it to start getting too hot. This, I've noticed that this resin has a fairly long work time, which is great. Okay, so we're going to have purple and yellow, and I think what I want to do is, I want to do a green. Okay, so I'm going to be using the kiwi green pigment for this here. Let's go to alcohol in here, and in here, and then in there. Might as well hit all of them, huh? Check our yellow. Still a few micro bubbles in there, just a few, and let's see. It's just barely starting to get warm, so I expect those bubbles to be kind of rising up here more and more. How's our purple doing? Purple's looking pretty good. I don't see any bubbles at all in our purple, so we might actually get started with that. Just a bit more with the green. So let's see here. I'm going to spray my mold. Some alcohol in there. And then I'm just going to start pouring. Okay. Can do one more purple, I think. I'm going to go ahead and pour the yellow because it is kind of starting to get warm. Spray my purple. So we still have some purple. I think what I'll do is I'll add a bit of something bright to this. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a bit of pink. Kind of change this color up a little. it's going to be kind of a bright one, but there was only enough to do that one. So try a red one. And that was just cherry red. Okay, so for the base and for the pieces here, it took 16 ounces of resin, okay? We used 5 ounces in the base and we used 11 ounces in these puzzle pieces. So I'm gonna not move this. I'm just gonna let it sit here and cure overnight, and then I will be back and we will demold this tomorrow and maybe see if we want to try to put it together. I don't know. If it's a long drawn out process, then probably won't do that. But anyway, I'm excited to see how it turns out. All right, and I will spray this with the alcohol, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello everybody. Okay, so our base is completely cured and we are ready to take this out of here and see how it looks. It just cured nice and clean and shiny and no bubbles coming out of here. So let's get this out, see what it looks like here on the other side, and hope that we also don't have bubbles that formed over there. Let's see how this went. It's kind of got a lot of little nooks and crannies in here, so I'm not sure how it's going to be to mold. Have to kind of do just a little bit here at a time. Don't want to force it. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, look it. Okay, so this turned out what I think is supposed to be, it's actually supposed to be how it looks. And we got no bubbles at all. It looks really good. It looks like something that you would have taken out of a game box had you just bought this game. Okay, so that looks great. I'm excited about that. All of the little points here, everything seemed to be just perfect, really. Yeah, we didn't get any bubbles in any of the tips, so this all cured just great. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. We are going to demold our puzzle pieces, which are also nice and cured and ready to go. So I was thinking about this puzzle and how I'm not too sure how difficult it's going to be, but oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this puzzle piece. I don't even know if you can really tell, but really pretty. It looks like a little jello square, really. But look at this. I mean, not a bubble really that I can see. Well, maybe a few really teeny tiny micro bubbles, but gosh, you can barely see it. You have to really look hard. But turned out really nice, really pretty. Okay, let's keep going. Here's the yellow. Turned out really pretty as well. Really nice translucent colors here. This mold is kind of a nice thicker mold, so the mold itself isn't all that bendy. Takes a little bit to get it out, but gosh, look at that. Really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to move along here and get these out, and I'll probably speed this part of the video up because, yeah, I can tell it's going to probably take me a minute here. All right? Okay. There we go. We got all the pieces out. Okay. And here they are. Fun. Okay, so now supposedly this is supposed to, we can put these all together. They're really really pretty. Okay, so supposedly you're supposed to take this, and these are all supposed to go together to make a, oh gosh, to make a pyramid, and they fit together really nicely in here. Do you see? It's already, this one, I don't know if this is where this goes, but I might kind of go with that and see if that's what happens. I've never done something like this before. Not this kind of a thing, so I'm not really sure if this is right or not. But let's see. I don't know if that works. Okay, everybody. So what I can gather is that we can pretty much complete it. I guess after I did some reading, I guess there's a couple of different ways to complete this puzzle. And we ended up with these 4 blocks left over. So I guess there's multiple ways that you can change it up and put them together to create your pyramid. In the end, finally figured it out. It was a bit frustrating, even though I watch Survivor a lot, okay? But I'm not too sure that they've ever done one of these pyramid puzzles, at least slow enough to where I could watch how to do it. But we did get it done, and what I'm seeing in the reviews is that people are saying, whoopsie, they're not saying whoopsie, but they're saying that there are multiple ways to do this puzzle, and that you know, most of the people end up with at least a couple of pieces left over. So I guess there's no other way. I was trying to figure out a way to get all the pieces in here and make sure that we did it the right way. But yeah, I think I might be giving this a try again later. But for now, for the video, here it is completed. And gosh, this was fun. This is a really this would make a fun gift for someone, even maybe like a parent, or you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be for kids. This was difficult for me. I mean, I had to really think, because I have a lot of pieces to try to get it all there, but the pieces are great quality. The mold itself, I really found this to be a great quality mold. It's, like I said, it's not flimsy at all. It's a great mold. The base piece, the base mold, where are you? The base mold here is a lot more flexible, and I wouldn't say it's chintzy at all. You know, it's still a good quality mold, but it's just a lot more flexible. This one's a lot thicker and more solid. But gosh, if you're up for something different and you want to actually create a kind of a nice quality game, I think, puzzle, I mean, this is fun. You could do your pieces any color you want to, and I'll probably grab a little, little velvet bag or a little, you know, school pencil box or something to keep my pieces in. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me for this. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all next time.